And welcome to Splash Go number 13. My name is Optical Drop, and I am joined with, yes, in this direction, Frostix. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Frostix commentating from a very dark Toronto, Canada, and in round 1 of Splash Go 13, we've got Splash Flow versus Wind Thunder Gate.
Very interesting names there. I'm very grateful that they're willing to translate the names, because if we just had to deal with the Japanese text, I will admit I might have struggled to pronounce it just a tad. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, this is a Japanese set that we were graciously given the opportunity to commentate over, which I'm very good opportunity. As you can see, this is a LAN happening like in the flesh right there in Japan. And as I say, we are getting this game started. Interesting comp over on, I believe that's Splash Flow's side. We have Edit, the milk, the milk stringer, and 2 different buckets. And on for Wind Thundergate, we got ourselves a swoosh, another slasher, another milk, and ooh, a dynamo roller. Interesting. So I can understand why these weapons would be picked, because as we can see right now, we are dealing with turf war right now. So I know that the reflux tends to be a really big menace when it comes to turf war, so it makes a lot of sense to pull it out for this. I did not expect like a double bucket sort of comp. It's a very interesting. To be fair, that is a lot of painting that went. Oh man, look at that proficiency. They got it nailed down towards science.
Yeah, that they are. I mean, we're taking it back all the way to Prime 2015, 2016. Turf War on Urchin Underpass here. Talk about a flashback. Already the strikes are coming out from Splash Flow's bucket. They're starting to move forward. 2 members have now gone down on Wind Thunder Gate. We're trying to take back mid here. They do also have a tactical ready to go, and they're trying to clear up any kind of flank. Do I see 2 coolers? I think that is 2 coolers since they're running Try and Head It. Here comes a Booyah Bomb being charged up by the Milk Reflux here, taking down the Try as the rest of Splash Flow are starting to close in. It's only the Milklux. Oh, not even the Milklux. They go down as Splash Flow are starting to take over the map in yellow.
Yeah, that is a very nice and solid take of like most of the map from Splash Flow. Getting that wipeout off of Wind Thundergate is going to put them in an immensely favorable position, but given that it's turf war, I'm not really one to judge until it's like maybe the last 30 seconds at most, personally speaking. But as we can see, Thundergate is pushing them back into mid a bit more, so with some strikes coming out to try and deter that move, we can see, oh, the milk from Wind Thunder throwing out a Booyah, really getting from behind, but unfortunately getting taken out by the other milk.
And it's a Booyah Bomb versus Booyah Bomb matchup here. We're going to enter that 30-second threshold. Now or never. We'll be playing in 5 seconds time. 2 members down on Wind Thunder Gates. And we're seeing the Milklux trying to go in, but they go down to the other Reflux. Now being traded out by the Tri-Slosher here. 20 seconds left on the clock here. Everything is on the line here. You want to ensure that you're in a forward space, and this Tri-Slosher is deep in enemy territory. They get caught out by the Slosher on the other side here. 10 seconds will be left on the clock soon here. We're trying to go for a flank at the moment here. Another Soda has just been deployed deep in the midline here. Now 5 seconds left here. I don't know what the map looks like because there's no mini-map, and then we get another wipeout and a bird's eye shot of Urchin. I think, Obstacle Drop, this is a very yellow map.
It is looking very yellow indeed. And would you look at that? It seems Judd it agrees with us.
That they are, and are they syncing up the common ride? Oh, okay, for a second I thought they were syncing up their victory poses. Even still, that's a dub for Splash Flow. What a game to start it off with.
Yes, I agree. Nice little game 1. Now, I believe that this is a best of 3 set, so that means that we still have at least 1 more game before this set concludes, and then we move on to the next. Now, I gotta say, like, Turf War is definitely a mode that not a lot of people in the West tend to go for in a competitive setting, but it is very interesting to see that it's like fully embraced like over in Japan with tournaments like this, and having it like formed like its own like separate meta, irrespective to the other like modes used in rank, for like letting weapons shine like the reflux, as we saw right there. It also has very interesting reliability when it comes to using other weapons, such as like the dynamo, which is a very great painting tool when you know what you're doing with it. And yeah, like using that along with the tri-slosher, getting out like double cooler, giving them like never really a second without some caffeine in their system, really makes it so that they can easily like overwhelm the opponent with like a bunch of buffed stats like that, on top of like all of the aura that we saw accrued over the course of the match. Definitely lend themselves to like really stacking up a lot of buffs on top of buffs.
Drop. I have just received intel from the production team that all these matches will be played in Turf War. That's like the big thing. So
all of them are Turf War.
We're going Turf War Lemuria Hub here, and I think we're still seeing Splash Flow in yellow. We're still running a cooler weapon alongside the Milk Reflux. Meanwhile, on the end of Wind Thunder Gates, we're introducing Vanilla Reflux into the mix, as well as Custom Blaster, a very, very commonly seen weapon, at least on our side of the pond.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, seeing both teams go for pencil really shows that this map really favors having some sort of backline, and having a pencil being like one of the best painting weapons for backlines at the moment, really, like, at least when it comes to also having a cooler, really goes to show like how much synergy and strength that weapon has in basically every mode. So every single game is going to be Turf War. I was not aware of that. That definitely leads to a very unique experience for, you know, us, where we don't really get to see it that often. Really nice use of missiles right there, getting every single member of the other team off of that, making Splash Flow's base almost like completely purple before they have to paint over it. Booyah Bomb coming out to try and stop them from doing like anything else, I guess. I don't know. Kind of froze for me. I don't know if it froze for you as well.
No, yeah, I think I'm frozen too. I'm frozen too. It appears that yeah, stream's just like that. We have no idea what's going on.
All right. Do we have a link to the Twitch stream so we can watch it there? Is it working there?
Can I look at that monitor in the bottom right corner of the thing under Wind Thunder Gates roster? I'm seeing movement there. I can't really tell what's going on, at least within that tiny monitor. I think that's our only corner.
I see like some movement going on, but I can't really tell of any distinct plays happening, assuming that is the team that we are commentating over.
Huh. Oh, wait, hold on. You just got at least a stream from Splat Japan. Oh, it's frozen on their end too.
Interesting. I'm trying to open up the link. These accursed ads making it hard to... Okay, so there is audio. The problem is that, like, it is also frozen on their end. Unfortunately, this does mean that there's nothing really we can do. We just have to wait for them to fix it. So that's a little annoying.
Huh.
You know what? Whatever is happening, I'm sure it's really cool and awesome.
I think it's already the last 30 seconds here. Like, we're almost done with the song. Someone just threw out a Booyah Bomb right here. Someone just activated Flow State. The game just ended. I'm inferring things off of audio cues right now, Optical Drop.
Yeah, I'm looking at the, like, we have, like, some footage of the actual LAN itself, and I saw some reactions from some people, and like there were some celebrations on one side, not so much on the other. Tends to be how it goes in that case. So I don't know.
So then in that case, who won? We had to base things off of audio cues and guesswork.
Do we not even know the teams?
Did we know who won between Splash Flow and Wind Thunder Gate?
Oh man, this is something. Oh, okay. So Splash Flow apparently won that.
Okay, 2-0.
All right. So that clears up that mystery. Well, I'm sure while they get that figured out, we will probably be taking a break in between now and then.
Mhm.
So, stick around for, actual gameplay. That would be nice to see, wouldn't it?
Mhm. So SplashGo 13 will be back in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. That's weird.
Wait, okay, let me check this. Oh, I have no audio source. That's why. Wait a minute. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? It should be. Okay, okay, I figured it out. My mic wasn't connected to it for whatever reason. Yeah. So.
Even still, the games have been good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess like before the matches started. Wait, was anything? One question? Okay, we did type up a couple of questions I could throw up beforehand. Uh,
muted on stream, the commentator.
He likes playing the games with their friends, and also, honestly, he likes playing Splatoon. Thank you. So, can you ask the last question to the team? You mean as with the win? Okay. Okay. 今日のスプゴで、まあ、勝つことはもちろん目指してると思うんですけど、勝つこと以外になんか楽しみたいことというか、経験したいことみたいなことはありますか？
経験したいことか。なんやろな。まあでも、勝つこと前提で、まあちょっと全力で楽しんでいきたいなとは、まあちょっと思ってます。
ありがとうございます。First, they really wanted to win, but more than that, they want to have fun playing game with the other teams.
I respect that. Yeah, honestly, same.
Thank you. So, do you have any message for them?
Good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much. 頑張ってくださいということです。ありがとうございました。はい。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Thank you, guys.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit, but it's okay. Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I think now stream's able to hear us. Funnily enough, that entire interview I'm pretty sure me and Drop were completely on mute. You did I'm pretty sure you guys were able to hear the members of SplashGo. They're really cool. We talked to them about I guess like what their thoughts on with the meta. They talked a lot about cooler, right drop. They talked about like the cooler and I think more so weapon ranges considering the maps they
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, they definitely did. They were really nice. Really positive people to talk about. Saying like, oh yeah, they're here to win, but like also just here to have fun. Which you know what, same. Whenever I go to one, yeah.
Yeah. Every time I go to like a LAN, a social, shout out my Toronto guys. I'm there to like win, but I'm also there to just hang out with my friends there. So hope it's a grand old time over at SplashGo. So I guess now that interview's over, we'll be taking a little bit of a break. Till then, don't go anywhere and stay tuned. SplashGo 13. We'll be back in a bit. Sorry.
Yeah,
Got it.
I don't know if like it's just me, but I can hear her talking like on the other end. Like Frost, you didn't hear any of that?
I did.
Because you were like talking over her, and I could not like hear either of you because you were talking over each other, and it was like
Yeah.
you were like talking over her.
It was like a little bit off.
I could hear you. Yes.
guess before we start the interview, here we are with Necrofantasia. I think the first question, Drop, do you want to start us off?
Yes. For our first question, we wanted to know, like, how have your previous matches been going so far? How's the tournament been going for you? How have you been feeling in terms of like your performance and everything?
OK。先ほどの試合はどうでしたか？感想を伺いたいです。
そうですね、ちょっとオフラインでスプラトゥーンやるのが1年ぶりだったので、ちょっと緊張したんですけど、僕は割と後ろで塗ってる枠だったので、彼らの活躍を見守りながら、楽しみながら勝てました。
So, Chocopero-san, it has been a year since he has played offline Splatoon, but according to the team's help, they won, so they were able to enjoy the games.
Well, that's good to hear. Yeah. All right, you want to hit him with the second question?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, please.
What we also wanted to know, just how has your team improved since you all have started playing together?
OK。初めて練習をした時から今までなんか成長した部分とか良くなった部分もしよければ教えてください。
そうですね、やっぱりステージごとにその武器の強さだったり、どの武器が強いかとかがやっぱ変わってくるので、それとその4つ自分たちのチームの中でそれぞれが使う武器の相性だったりを、いろんな編成で試して、自分たちにとって一番良い、それぞれの武器編成を、頑張って探しました。
So Lobster-san say that there are many stages, so they need to adjust the weapons according to the each stage. So they practice each weapons to fit the stage. So now they can find the suitable weapon for each stage. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's a really solid way of approaching just practicing and improving. Thank you all.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you so much.
ありがとうございました。Thank you, guys. 以上です。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
So yeah, Drop, that was Necrofantasy. Lobster is there, Melon is there, Chocopero is there. Glad to get an interview with them, even though we didn't even see their games.
Yeah, I know. It's got to be amazing. Like, you know what? Like, who's to say what we saw or didn't saw? Like, what happened, what didn't happen? You know, it's all in the books, and the books are closed to the public, apparently.
Yeah. We were gonna ask them whether or not they were interested in playing Splatoon Raiders, but
yeah, we had like a third question ready. Like, oh, finally, you checking out Splatoon Raiders when it comes out?
Yeah,
like, you know,
yeah,
something
what
like
do you
that.
want, what do you think about the meta?
You asking you, chat. What do you think? We still got a chat in here watching.
What do you think about the meta relevance of the splat shit?
Yeah. Oh man, I cannot wait to go and splat some Samnids.
I grew up all day splatting salmon.
Man.
The Chris Pratt interview.
Yeah, I know. All right, yeah. So that was that. That was them. This is now. We will move on to the next round when we can, I guess. But yeah, we'll stay tuned for when we do that.
Hi everyone, welcome back to
Hello!
SplashGo 13. It has been circa an hour since we were last on the mic interviewing
Nah, you're just
Necrofantasia.
imagining things. Nah,
Yeah,
like,
sorry, yeah, no. Time dilation, of course.
yeah, of course. No, you have to understand. We're streaming this from Japan. You know, time zones and all that. It's actually only been like 3 seconds. You know, it's something that one dimension in Invincible. If you know, you know.
The Flaxen planet.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you know ball. You know ball.
Yeah,
Okay, I
of
see.
course.
I see.
Yeah, I know. Like I watched all of season. I finished season 4. Good.
I just
good-
caught
good
up
time.
with it like literally last week. It's so good.
Mm.
Oh my
It is
god.
like they really like they turned it around. I think like towards the end of the season. Anyway, we'll get back to the protein tubes with the white sauce later on. We
God damn, I can't avoid that. Oh my god.
We've got Colorful Palette and Spring Thunder in round 1 of Pool M. It's a brand new pool, and it's time for more best of 3 Turf War matches, Optical.
Yes, yes, yes. I love seeing stuff that I don't normally get the chance to see, and
Yes.
Turf War certainly is that. But Japanese players is also that. I don't get to see them that often, at least live like this. I don't really get to talk over them like this. I gotta wonder, will they VOD review and will they hear us and be like, I don't know what this American is saying, but you know, like he sounds like he's having fun, and I respect that and I appreciate that.
Definitely seems like that's they maybe would say something. They're probably gonna go like, oh, what does protein tubes with the white sauce mean?
Yeah, right. They'll probably skip over that part.
Yeah.
You know, it would be funny, like, oh, Invincible! Oh, I love Invincible! Like, if it just, like, crossed over there, that'd be awesome.
That indeed.
Like, it's a big
And-
phenomenon here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it, like, made some waves, you know?
At this point, what like last set that we did actually cast, like before those 2 interviews that we did, we saw like I say Undertow. Urchin was brought out game 1, and Urchin was brought up game 1, and Lemuria was brought out game 2. I mean, at this point, like what maps are we bound to see at this point?
If I see Bluefin in this map list, I don't know
Ooh.
what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I know. I come from, like, the New York LAN scene. Metro Inc. has, like, a running gag. Like, Bluefin Zones is, like, the one weird map they let in. Which, like, it's a funny one, but it's funny up until you actually have to play on the map.
So the idea of the map is nice.
And as someone who has to play it whenever I go, it loses its charm after a while.
Oh, say hello to Shipshape here. Colorful Palette, I think in yellow, bringing out some Brush and Dynamo. Meanwhile, on Spring Thunder, another Brush?
Yo,
So
wait, we got the brushes out. Okay. Interesting,
Perfect.
interesting. We got more of that reflux shenanigans. We got, you know, the pencil, the dynamo, the bucket, standard stuff. Ooh, very nice dodge from that splat bomb from the bucket. Trying to go in for a revenge hit. Unfortunately, falling down and getting taken out by that brush. Brush on a spree, but gets taken out by someone else right after getting the hammer out. What a string of events.
And the action is still heating up as we're seeing the Reflux on Colorful Palette trying to take some high ground here. They are almost out of Booyah Bomb and taking a little bit more aggression thanks to that torpedo on the Milk Lux kit. They're now pressing flip turn to go back to spawn, and I think it's just a little bit more spawn painting so they can get that Booyah Bomb ready for another team fight.
Yeah, now with all of their base properly inked up, as well as like they can reasonably do, throwing out some strikes, getting some cooler, throwing out a Booyah from the other team. Lot of back and forth going on. It does seem to be primarily yellow this map. Maybe that's just me, but that's what I'm seeing. Looking like that I've already lost track of who's who, but whoever the blue team is, they're gonna have to have some catching up to do.
Spring Thunder looking to be a little bit locked out as we're getting ever so closer to the 1 minute mark, and
That's what it's
I think
saying.
they already saw someone trying to get out of there, but we're seeing Spring Thunder trying to retake things here. We're seeing the brush on Colorful Palette moving in. They take down the other brush in a trade here. They're slowly starting to inch forward. They do have strikes ready to go, but they really need to watch out for anyone maybe sharking within this yellow ink right now, Optical.
Yeah, there's a lot of yellow going on in that pit over there. Lot of like names being taken off of, I'm assuming, color palette. Oh, and would you look at that? More names taken off from the other team too. I love balanced gameplay. So much fun. Nice bit of maneuvering over here from. Okay, I'm assuming. Okay. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Spring Thunder is the blue one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
with only 1 minute left, throwing out a booyah. Spring Thunder is collecting soda, really going in to try and make up for lost time. It was so much in Colorful's favor at the moment, but now with just so much time left, where it really matters is these last few seconds, really trying to overtake mid.
Okay.
The reflux taking out. I didn't say if that was a dynamo or the brush, but okay, it was the brush. Really pushing in for that momentum for their team. 25 seconds left on the clock. Colorful Palette really coming in to try and push in for that last chance to hold on to dominance for this game.
And already we're going to be entering 10 seconds left here. These strikes need to probably come out soon or else they won't have a chance to use them. And already the brush, the pencil goes down here. The hammer goes throw out. We're seeing the strikes come out within the last 5 seconds. I don't think a third strike is coming down Optical. And the game has finished. We'll have to turn over to the Cats to see what the verdict is. And whoa, that one strike was sent deep into Spring Thunder's territory, and that's Colorful Palette taking game 1.
Yes. I wonder if anyone looking at those strikes would call them like a tube of the protein variety with the yellow ink.
This is what
oh my god, Invincible Brain Rot is like probably one of the most baffling things I've seen online. But like, I won't lie, it is a very fun vocal stimulant. Protein tubes with that white sauce. Just it is admittedly a really funny out of context line. I was talking to a friend, like it seemed like he was like saying that to I saw the show. It seemed like he was saying that to a machine to try and get the machine to make the food, and he didn't know what food to have it make. But I think it was like him trying to explain what spaghetti is to a machine that doesn't know what spaghetti is.
It's like the fabricator machine in Star Trek. It responds to voice commands.
I guess, but like it was not a tube or white in the slightest. Not even saucy looking. Like would you even call like spaghetti like? I don't think it has protein. It's just like it's grain, right? Like calling it a protein tube is a little disingenuous. I don't know. Like
we're 1-0 in the set right now. Sorry to cut you off about what was going on in the Coalition of Planets ship, but we're 1-0 in the set right now. Waiting now on what Colorful Palette or Spring, just waiting on what game 2's map is. We were on ship shape on the last time. At this point, I feel like anything is possible here. It's Lemuria again, actually.
Why we keep going back to okay, if there's any mode that this map will ever see success on, it's probably going to be Turf War. You know,
so.
I guess it's on me for like trying to get back on topic, but yeah, I'll put my pauses on the protein tubes with that white sauce. I'm saying as much as possible just to confuse the the Japanese players looking back at this. Similar looking. Wait, is that an aerospray? Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah. They know ball. Wait.
They do have a gold aerospray. They send the slider in, trying to hunt for some more targets. Alongside, they're running 2 sliders actually. They have the slider reflex as well as the slider. Oh no, it's not the slider aerospray. The slider aerospray is the silver one. They're having Booyah, and
the gold one. That actually has a good special.
Who knows? We'll see what this reflex can do. They land the pot shot onto the pencil before going down to the wiper, who's already camping another jump. And you hate to be on the other end of a wiper, just camping your jump.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling in the world. I've had enough games where like I jump in and I'm like, but like the Simpsons, I'm in danger. Like there's nothing I could do. Like I play a Brella class, so at least I have like a 50% chance to at least like tank a hit before going down,
Mhm.
unless it is a sword that just goes right through it.
Oh, speaking
But-
of the sword going right
Yeah,
through,
like honestly, going right through. It's going through this team, absolutely decimating this base, making the orange base looking like it's blue abadie, unless okay. Well, to be fair, they both kind of traded bases right there. What am I looking at?
Yeah,
Wait
the
a
brush,
minute.
the brush on I think that's Spring. I'm not sure if it's Spring Thunder, but the brush on the orange side already trying to go straight to. They were trying to do a little bit of what the Wiper was trying to do, and we're already seeing a Booyah Bomb also being charged up by the Arrow Spray, trying to at least dodge out, maybe probably chop off some angles. We're seeing the brush going down, another Booyah Bomb being charged, but a hammer is being brought out in response, and that's immediately getting shut down by the Booyah Bomb. 1 minute now on the clock. Now or Never is playing.
Yeah, very orange looking map right now. Colorful palette really in a favorable position as of this moment. Now, as there is only like 45 seconds left, that does lead to a bit of time for Spring Thunder to make some sort of comeback. Now, granted, it's not looking very likely considering like Colorful Palette has a huge lockdown on this map at the moment. So much pressure attempting to be applied with all these torpedoes, all these Booyah Bombs, so many things being thrown out to try and like get this map as blue as possible. That was an amazing. Wow.
How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
10 seconds left on the clock. Now it's still looking heavily orange here. That hammer just got canceled out by the gold Arrow Spray. That danger sign isn't going away anytime soon. That game is finished. Optical, I feel like we know what's about to happen. Look at the orange.
Frost, I'm on your side here. That is the most orange looking map I've ever seen. Oh man. Got the butt kicked so hard they might be screaming for help from Sea Salt.
Sea Salt!
Sea Salt! I need you, Sea Salt!
So that is the set 2-0. Oh, I hate to say it. I think okay, that was Colorful Palette taking game 2. I was about to say I think we weren't able, like, amidst everything going on between discussing weapons and discussing the current state of the Viltrumite War, we didn't get to figure out which team was which. So Colorful Palette takes this game 2-0 against Spring Thunder. Man, if anything, if I can take away anything aside from the interviews that we've been doing, Optical, I've been seeing a lot of cool reflux this entire, like, within the last set. That, like, I'm still like mentally, I'm still at that one play where the reflux dropped the wall and then got the kill even though they weren't even looking at them, and it's like, wow, some trick shots being applied right now.
Yeah, sometimes you're just that good, you don't actually have to try to get a splat. As someone who places mines everywhere, I can definitely say there is nothing funnier in the world just minding your own business and you're just like, oh, I got a name? Awesome.
It's like, whoa, I got that pick. Move forward, do something about that.
Yeah, I'm just on comm. I'm just on comms. Like, 1 down. Also 3 marked for some reason.
And then, I guess also, like, we saw, like, some really impressive frontline action here between the Brush and the Wiper here. Those two weapons have really good maneuverability here. I think Brush obviously just has its ability to just kind of speed blitz its way forward here, but Wiper is very slippery here. It can kind of go in and out of spots and has a lot of good, like, self-painting for itself and good survivability here. And we saw them both just, like, walk up to the enemy team's base. It's like, hi, I'm hitting you now.
Yeah, no, that was insane. Of course, we can't count out Alan the Alien, who was absolutely putting in his absolute best when it comes to taking out those Viltrumites.
Yeah, you gotta give shoutouts to, like, the supports as, like, alongside, not just in the Viltrumite War, but also in the Splatoon match.
Yeah, of course.
So many allusions, so much references.
Hey,
Optical.
You gotta remember, man, they are, and it just cuts to the title card.
Season 5 will not be happening any soon, but at least we have a fighting game.
But yeah, I think that might be it for us specifically. Like, there's still there's gonna be, like, more games coming soon. But as for me and Frost, we are done with the commentating as of now. Do you want to, like, promote yourself before we head out?
Yeah, of course. You can see my Blue Sky handle beneath my big username at frostix.bluesky.social. You can also follow my twitter.com at at tk_frostix and my YouTube channel, just frostix. Stuff is on the horizon. Optical drop. Where can the people find you?
I'm so glad you asked. Also, you can find me on Blue
Wait.
Sky at the handle right
Wait,
below
wait,
me as
wait.
well. What's up?
Apparently, wait. Okay. Yeah. Just keep going. Just keep going. My bad.
Oh my god, you're scaring me, man. Anyway, yes, you can find me at the handle below. You can also find me on YouTube as well. I just earlier today made like a little a little funny little video that got really popular on Blue Sky. Shout out to Beetle Moses, absolute goat when it comes to comics. But yes,
Yes.
yeah, that but yeah, check me out on YouTube and Blue Sky.
Yeah.
That's it for us. I should
You're
probably
hearing-
say optical
Yeah.
drop. Yeah, it's the same name at all places. But yes,
You're hearing
that-
you're hearing
that-
from Matt and Glitched Cactus next. These games are starting soon. Drop. We gotta make
presumably
like a
if they
shack
could
and
hear
get
the
out of there.
beep. I don't know if they could hear the beep. If they did hear, then yeah. But yeah, that's been us.
gotta
Enjoy them when they show up in the next block. We will see you all next time.
Yes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to SplashGo number 13, day number 1, here on the Dapple Productions channel. My name is Glitch Cactus, but you can call me Cactus, and joining me is Matthew Mega on the mic here to bring you some more exciting SplashGo tournament action. Matthew, how are you doing today?
I am very excited. It is very late here in America for the English broadcast, especially very early for our European staff as well. Over here in America, it's around 12 a.m. We've just reached May 2nd, and we're all staying up. We all are very excited to see what is happening over in Japan for SplashGo number 13. It's been a second since I commentated Turf War, so I'm very excited to see what weapons these two teams are going to be bringing out, especially with how much the meta has changed recently.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of adjustments come out, especially from the recent patches that we've had. Some of them a lot larger than the previous ones before. As you did mention, these are strictly best of 3 Turf War matches, so we get to see the creative genius that a lot of these players are going to be bringing to the table. This is Pool M round number 2, and we're going to be seeing Colorful Palette against Rice Ball Expo. So I believe we did see the match prior, Colorful Palette bring on some pretty strong weapons. We did see, I believe, the Ink Brush Nouveau. That was a very unique pick. They were challenged likewise against their team prior to that, as well as I believe we saw the Reflux. Forget which one, not the vanilla version, but the next one up. So, besides those two, I'm excited to see what else they're going to be able to bring to the table, or what Rice Ball Expo might be bringing, as we haven't seen them yet.
For those of you who may not see Turf War as often in tournament map pools, Turf War is a much different mode than our standard 4 ranked modes. One of the main things we like to follow when thinking of Turf War is what it really comes down to is that final minute. You have 3 minutes in Turf War, but a lot of what happens is only going to happen in that last minute. Whatever turf happens in that last minute is what is really going to impact that game's score. So a lot of these teams, they know that. So they might play a little bit safer. They might just 100% try to just paint the map entirely. Not paint the walls, but just paint the map entirely. And going in for that last minute is where these two teams, I have a thought that these two teams in that final minute, they're going to be a little bit more aggro. They want to make sure that they can stun the other team from painting as much as possible. And it's going to be a lot different seeing what weapons these teams are going to bring out, especially because painting will matter more than splats now.
Absolutely, and we are going to be going to Mako Mart as our map of selection for both these two teams, and I'm really curious to see what they might use for weapons for their advantage. Now, usually those first 2 minutes can be used up to have those kind of matchups to see what your capabilities are of splatting the enemy teams. We're going to see some very strong weapons come out. We're going to see actually a double bucket team coming in from Colorful Palette with the Ink Slosher as well as the Tri-Slosher Nouveau. And on the other side, we're going to see a pickup from the Dynamo. We are going to see those vanilla dualies come on out, as well as the Blaster Deco that's going to be coming out with that Splashdown kit. So very interesting to see what's going to be happening here. We see Booyah Bombs flying across the screen in the first 20 seconds of the game.
Immediately, both of these teams are going in with that offense. It's been a second since I've seen that Dynamo and Dooley's comp come out, but definitely very excited to see. But immediately, we see just one team completely dominating the other, especially Reflux. Reflux is one of those weapons that we're going to be seeing a lot throughout this tournament, especially because of how good its kit is. That Booyah Bomb is going to be a real deciding factor. And as you can see, both teams completely painting up their side of the map.
Absolutely, and we are going to see a couple of sharking techniques here from the side of Colorful Palette. As you see a great pick there from the Slosher on that right stack. And here's some strikes to counter that Crab Tank being popped on that ledge, trying to get some pressure built up. But unfortunately, Booyah Bomb assist there will take that player right on out. And right now for Colorful Palette, it's a game of just holding space as much as they can. And there's the wipeout on screen where I was going to follow up with saying they're trying to find any and all players on the enemy side of Rice Ball Expo, making sure they have complete control even before that last minute of the game that things can get really dire. Having that early onset control and just really setting the pace of this match can be a strong situation they want to be in.
I mean, we just see how aggressive these two teams are being, and we're not even in that 1 minute mark here. But we see the team in the green starting to actually make their way into the middle of the map there, trying to find whatever picks that they can. They've been stuck in danger for a while, so it's up to them to take out these painting weapons, stay alive, try to just apply a lot of pressure here. Going in for this last minute, this is where things are going to matter here. We see the Dynamo taking out that reflux up in that right corner of the map. We do see the crab ready to go, and they want to make sure that they can get as much value from it as possible. They're in position. They're just waiting for the other team to make a move, as they're still in danger, so they still have to get a decent amount of paint on the map if they want to turn this around.
Absolutely. And one thing I did notice about their comp here for the green color team is that they're doing a very good job at trying to find a lot of picks, but a lot of one-on-one scenario picks, right? With the other side of the pinks team, they're looking very strong at trying to take a lot of these picks together and just be very strategic around the map. It is going to be a 3v1 situation going to the last 15 seconds of the game. We only have a couple more seconds left for the side of the team in the green ink to try to find a couple last second picks if they can and paint up the rest of the map. But unfortunately, another wipeout will cross our screen. That's going to be an unfortunate scenario here. Of course, the judges have the final say, but I think we can all say it looks pretty pink there on that map.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what a performance we saw from these amazing players here. Immediately, they were able to take control of mid and let their reflux really just paint up. I mean, looking at their side of the map, it's pretty much 100% painted, which really helped them increase their score by a lot. And the fact that they were just able to control that middle area for so long just shows how well they were able to pull off a win. And that is going to be 1 point for Riceball Expo, which puts Colorful Palette at a little bit of a dangerous situation here.
Absolutely, especially with how aggressive we saw Riceball Expo playing that entire game. I mean, it wasn't even the first 30 seconds in where they were already looking at 2 splats onto the board and just trying to move up and take as much space as possible. I mean, those are players that seem to be very strategic with the way they're playing and are very aware of not only just their teammates, but where the enemy players are at all times. Now, because this is a LAN, have some great call-out opportunities that are going on between those players at this event. So, they're doing a very great job at just communicating as strongly as possible because they want to be able to go the distance. And right now, they are playing as a strong team that has a top contender to do so.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams show that they are very determined to take this game set. In Riceball Expo, just complete domination in that first game, and it's up for Colorful Palette to think, what are we gonna do in response to that? I mean, if I'm them, I'm thinking, I mean, it was a bit of a blowout. Let's try to rethink what we're gonna be doing. Let's try to get a good intro going. Let's try to win a little bit more fights, but still paint up as much as possible. And that's what that reflux is really gonna be doing. That's a pure painting weapon, and they're gonna have to heavily rely on that to get a lot of score onto the map for them.
Yeah, and the team right now in the purple, I feel like their comp, and I want to say that it is Colorful Palette. They're trying to go for more of aggressive comp with how they're sticking with that Splaster and bringing out now the Splatana Stamper. This is the one I believe with Crab Tank, so they're looking to have a lot more pressure built up, still keeping that kind of aggression on. But unfortunately, it's going to be both of those players going down in this first 30 seconds of the game, and pretty much close to a delayed wipeout. They're trying to find that pen 5 each player. See if they're able to find that pick there, and they will with a nice hammer toss. This is just a pure aggressive push from the side of Riceball Expo here onto the enemy plat, and I'm sure the map is being painted just as much so in their in color as their brush is just doing a fantastic job stalling in their spawn.
Very interesting comp we see, especially with this Stamper and Blaster, 2 weapons that aren't relatively really good for painting, but able to apply tons of aggression. And we see both of them actually get picked off by that pen. Pen is going to be super strong into this as well. A weapon that can provide cooler and have so much range onto the enemy team. And we see this immediate lockout from the team in the yellow. They don't want the purple team stepping any foot into any space in mid, and they just want to keep them locked out the entire game. But they have to make sure they don't get wiped out, because one wipeout could cost them a potential game.
Absolutely, and this is where I really like to see the type of aggression that these players are displaying, but also the confidence, because they know that even if one player goes down, they have the mechanical skills to potentially out mechanic the enemy team and be able to really stall out as much time as possible. Now we are about a round off into that first minute of the game. We are going to see the purple team pushing a little bit deeper here out of their spawn near their tent section, trying to paint up as much as they can, maybe try to get another set of specials ready to go to see if they can push in further. They will trade off with the pencils, and there goes the longest range, but unfortunately, Stamper will get traded out on that side there with that cooler being popped as well for the side of the yellow team, just barely getting it off in time. They're going to be right back where they started with a nice pick from that reflux player, and they're just going to paint over everything that they originally lost just 20 seconds ago.
And down, it's coming down to this. We have less than a minute going in for that 30-second mark. We see the team in the yellow, which I'm pretty sure is Colorful Palette, on that lockout. They want to make sure the members of Rice Ball don't have too much space to move here. They're stuck in danger, but they have to make sure not to let go now, because one death could cost them this game. So they have to be very careful. We see this Blaster trying to look for an opportunity to move in. They have the cooler. They want to move in, trying to get the pick, but no, the brush is going to take him out. And that's 3 down. That's going to be a wipeout. And it looks like the team in the yellow, which I'm pretty sure is Colorful Palette, is going to be taking this game, tying the score up 1-1.
What a very nice finish, and a very great overall set. And look how perfect that map looks painted over in all those corners on that side. Those percentages, speak justice there. Speak to those truths. We are seeing just an absolutely great score off there. A lot of great displays. I really did enjoy seeing a lot of those players just kind of push onto the enemy plat section, and just overall just knowing when they should be trading turns, of just kind of being that nuisance on the front lines, being able to go close to that spawn section area and being able to back off. And again, as you said, that the teams were correct there. That is a 1-1 on the board. So a complete 180 of what we saw before. So it just seems maybe both these teams were on favorable maps for themselves. Really intrigued to see where this third game might bring them on the map to potentially have the score settled.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to recognize one of the players on the side of Colorful Palette, Kashua, a bucket slasher player who was actually recently seen in the Global Gauntlet. So very exciting to see these players now playing Turf War. Very interesting to see how they change their play styles going into something like Turf War. I mean, it's completely different from Ranked. And seeing the score tied up 1-1 here, I'm a bit intrigued about what we're going to be seeing Game 3. Could we see, can we just see one team lock out and that's the game? Or are we going to be seeing a much more closer match where maybe the game doesn't end with one team in danger and the score comes down to maybe the final 10%?
Absolutely. I mean, so far we've seen both these games in that first minute really take a very dominant hold and kind of determine the pacing of those two games, depending on which team was able to get those first 2 picks on early, those 2 splats onto the enemy team. They were able to really control that rest of the game. Maybe about a minute in, unfortunately lose a little bit of space, but once they were able to find their way back in, they were looking at a great hold overall that lasted a lot more than just, that last 30 seconds to minute of that match. So I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen here. Will both teams either be as aggressive or maybe start playing a little bit more passive for an opportunity to know they could take this last game?
Yeah, I mean, going into this, both teams are thinking, what do we do now? I mean, we have 2 games that have ended in dangers for both teams. So how are they going to respond to this? Both teams have 1-1. So they're thinking, okay, well, we know what works. So let's stick to that plan and let's figure it out. Let's stick to that and we're just going to win. But seeing how Colorful Palette was able to respond perfectly in Game 2 leaves Rice Ball thinking a little bit, what can we do now? Maybe do we have to switch something up? Do we have to reinforce something? Is there a specific player that's causing us trouble? They're going to have to think really hard on how they're going to execute this one. In Colorful Palette, they have that momentum going for them. They take Game 2, they just want to go in with the same thing they just did and take Game 3. So both these 2 teams really thinking about the plays they're going to make for this final game. And I mean, even when it comes down to Turf War can be just as intense as the ranked modes.
Oh, absolutely. And the one exciting thing is that you have that full time limit of those 3 minutes that are going to take you on for those matches. There's no, ending it sooner or not. You have to be able to build that sustainability and be able to hold on for that amount of time, especially if you're going to be, like both of these teams have displayed, being in the enemy side of the map, most of the match, besides maybe going down once or twice. But we have seen, though, these teams have had a strong capability of being able to hold their ground when they go one or two players down to some splats, and always providing them an opportunity to come super jump back in and find their way into great positioning to keep things going forward. So I'm also really intrigued to see what the map is going to be for this next set. We could see something very wild, such as I believe, yeah, I'm actually not sure if it's a weapon, a map selection, if it's all fair game. But if it is all fair game, I'd love to see maybe some Bluefin Depot, some kind of challenge there. I'd love to see Certain Shipyard that could really challenge both these teams in the comps that we've seen. So I'm really excited to see what could go on here. But we are getting a live update, though, from the TO staff here helping us here. It actually is a 2-0 for Colorful Palette. So there was that was going to be that set finished up. So that is a very strong performance from them overall.
And yeah, what a game we saw. I mean, Colorful Palette, both of those lockouts. Regard everything I just said, Colorful Palette was able to lock them out super fast and really just take so much control throughout these past two games there. And I mean, both of these teams fought very well, and even we saw Rizebot Expo make such a great move to try to take control, especially in game two. Towards the end, we saw how their players were heading towards mid. They wanted to gain that control, but Colorful Palette was very quick to respond to that, and that is going to be finishing up that set.
Absolutely, what a great strong performance from both of those teams overall. Again, huge, congrats to Colorful Palette for showing up a dominant 2-0 finish, right over Rice Bowl Expo. I mean, their comp changes, proved to be very map specific, but were a very strong hold. And I'm really excited to see how much further this team is going to go. We did see them, again, the match before this and this match just now, and they are again very strong team in this event. They are showing very well. They're here for one goal, and that is to go as far as they can, if not aim for the very top. So I'm really excited to see where's it going to take them here. Can they keep riding this momentum of these strong match wins, and hopefully end up in the final top teams then in this event.
So yeah, that is going to be it for now, and we will be back shortly with the next round. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Splash Go. And we are starting right away with this next round up between Colorful Palette and Nova Nians. Immediately going in here, we see the brush. Just try to splat anyone in their path here. They want to make sure this entire area is painted for them. We see the normal comps coming out here. We see the refluxes on both sides along with the pen.
Absolutely, seeing a strong performance from this brush player, being everywhere, anywhere and everywhere all over this map. Try on Scorch, trying to find as much space as possible. What a great marker from that blaster player. Unfortunately, that pen will survive from that blaster and being able to take this top mid section, so they have most control over the map here, and being able to try to poke off the other pen is a very strong, 4v4 section we're seeing right now in this first minute of the game. Looks like no complete control for one side just yet, although we do see the cyan color, the blue colored team taking a bit of a stronger hold of this midsection.
Yeah, the immediately locking out there, that orange team fighting to be out of that danger point. And I'm very interested to see how are they going to break out of this. They have their Booyah Bomb down. We see it's down to a 3v3 on the map. We see the Sniper fights going down there and 3 down on the side of the orange team. And the teal team is very quick to respond here. They want to get onto their enemy's platform and try to get whatever picks that they can on the board there. Limit how much they can paint, limit how much time that they can fight on the map here. It's going to get a little bit risky with the brush going down there. There go the tri-strikes, trying to give the orange team a little bit of a reason and an opportunity to move in to try to get any picks on the board.
Absolutely. And we do see a great position here right now. Unfortunately, though, they will at least get a trade off, which is very nice to see. I was going to say we did see one player jump on out just to reset over. This pen player on the side of the orange team doing a great job at taking some control here. And we're seeing a very strong flip here of map control starting into this last minute of the game. We are going to see this orange team taking a lot more control than they had before. So a little bit of a switch up that Colorful Palette maybe is used to, that we've seen from those last 2 rounds that we've been able to watch their sets in. So very strong performance here, counting down the time still going on. All players up on both sides. It's a matter of who will be able to take those first picks going on in. And it looks like it's going to be that orange team as 2 members of this blue team do go down.
And we see this is where it gets a little bit risky. The teal team looking to get any type of opening, get as much paint in the map as possible. We see the Slosher jumping out to safety, making sure that they stay alive is going to be crucial here. But the picks are flying in here. Down in these final 15 seconds, both teams are fighting for the paint onto the map with the reflex going down. That's going to be really risky. The orange team setting up the tri-strike, setting up the Booyah Bomb, painting up as much as they can. The bucket trying to stop them, and with the game ending, that seems very close, Cactus.
This is going to be a very close match. I'm excited to see. It is going to be down to the point percentage, and it will be the orange team taking that first game. What a strong performance from both sides, and it really came down to a nail biter for this first game. For Nova and Nians going 1-0 over Colorful Palette. Hopefully that score is correct, reflecting off of what we saw. Things are a little bit difficult here on our end to make sure that's 100% verifiable. For the most part, if that is, that is a very strong performance, and definitely seems like Colorful Palette is potentially meeting their maker here against this team.
Yeah, going in here, that was a very back and forth map. That's what I like to talk about when it comes down to turf war, because one of the teams was really struggling at the beginning. They were in danger for about a minute before they were able to get a couple picks, go back into mid, file in, and get so much control onto the map. And even with the other team really fighting back there in those last 30 seconds, it really came down to every drop of paint. And taking that first game is going to be very, very strong. And remember, this is all best of 3, so it's first to 2. And the team that won this game is looking very promising to take this set.
Absolutely. As some may say, it only takes one game to ride off that kind of momentum and bring a strong performance and a strong set win. So we'll see how this goes on from here. Both teams loading on in. We are going to see a bit of a comp change out here. We are going to see the range blaster be brought onto the field here. And we are also going to see the paintbrush as well on the other side for that blue team. So a nice matchup we're going to see here. I love this side of sharking here on this side. Will the Slush be able to get this pick onto the blaster, or will this AoE have some great power to it? Unfortunately, it's going to be neither side. Neither will get that pick off, although that blaster choosing in that last second, once they had that tactical alert, being super aggressive, getting 2 players down and opening up the potential for their team.
Immediately, we see these picks flying in. We see even the Reflux being super aggressive, able to get 2 picks, and the teal team sort of taken over here. Very excited to see what those Dapples are going to be doing here. That's something we haven't actually seen yet throughout even just our time here. I don't know if Dapples were shown previously, but very excited to see one of my main weapons shown off here in this tournament. And as the pink team is a little bit more careful with what they're painting, they want to paint over their base, as the teal team making a lot of movements to take as much control as possible. But from what I've seen, the pink team really taking their time.
Absolutely, and we do get a nice view of both those reflexes, seeing how much they're painting up the map, and it seems that the blue team had a little bit more of a confident paint boost from their reflux than the pink team did. It almost seemed like the pink team's reflux wasn't really sure if they should focus hitting that spawn section or finding a way to quickly come on in to that section, middle section of the map, and help their team take control. But we're going to see which side pays off more. We're going to see a nice reset from this paintbrush, a nice trade-off, although that one player that tries Slosher Nouveau getting 2 players down, and that blaster picking off that reflux, getting that slosher as well. They are on a 2-player splat streak right now. Hopefully looking for a third, as they do have that wave breaker ready. Looking maybe for an opportunity they can pop that fairly soon to try to get a couple more players marked and hopefully try to take some more control right now of this map, as right now it is a strong contest for both these teams in the midsection.
Yeah, both teams are really fighting for control. It's going to come down here. We're in this final minute. These picks are going to be crucial. Every splat is going to be needed. And we see both of the reflexes going down on both sides. We see the Tri-Slosher on the pink side going down there, but the paintbrush also going down as well. And both of these teams are trading blows back to back there. The Dapples unfortunately going down to that blaster, and this blaster is holding a great deal of the area of the map for their team.
Absolutely, and with only 20 seconds now counting down on this clock, it is again now just an all-out brawl in the middle section of this map. No team is finding that opportunity to push in a little bit further. It is a consistent splat versus splat for both of these sides. Final 10 seconds of the game will come on out. Booyah bombs being tossed on out. What a great decision there from that reflex on the pink team, just using that Booyah to get down that slosher player, so no strikes will be used. It's going to come down, Matt, to another very close call. We're going to have to give it to the judge to tell us who our winner is.
I mean, those Booyah bombs are going back and forth. Both of these teams are very equal, and it's going to be the pink team taking that win. And what a game. I mean, we saw some amazing plays from both teams there, and the pink team able to hold it on their own to get that win. And I believe that was Nova Nyans with that win, and that is going to be a 2-0 win for them over Colorful Palette.
Absolutely, and you saw that joy that those players had to taking that overall set win in the bottom quarters of your screen once that set match, and once the judge showed them very strongly that they were the winners there. So it must feel really good as well, taking that 2-0 victory there over Colorful Palette after their last 2 matches in their last 2 rounds were sweeps. So knowing that they were able to take on a team that they saw was going to be very combatant here and very strong, feels pretty good. But overall, lots of laughs going around. All the players there having a great joy in that set. Maybe trading a couple compliments here and there. So overall, love to see that kind of sportsmanship.
Yeah, I mean, Splatoon is one of the games, I mean, one of the few Nintendo games that have gone completely esports along with Smash Bros. And it's just so cool to see the communities together. I know me and Cactus, we've had our share of local events together, and it's always good vibes. It's always everyone just having fun. Even if you lose, it doesn't really feel that bad because you're here with everybody and you're here to have a great time. And that's what both teams are here to do. But what a wonderful set and display of pure strength from Nova Nyans, and that's going to be closing out the set.
Absolutely. Those players showed a dominant performance. And, I got to give them props too. They faced a giant there and they were able to take them down. Now, again, it's still very early into this event. This is only day one and this started not too long ago. So, should be a lot of more exciting matches to come up soon. And we may have an interview coming soon for you all from a couple players. But before we do that, we're going to cut to a very short break here going on forward. So, stay tuned and we'll be right on back.
Yeah, they are
Hello,
ready.
everybody, and welcome back to SplashGo number 13. My name is Matthew Mega, also known as Matt, and I'm here with Cactus, and we have the winners of our previous match, Nova Nyans, here answering a couple questions that we have formulated for them.
Absolutely. So to start things off, the first question that I do want to ask Nova Nyans is how much do you tend to practice before an event such as SplashGo?
今日みたいなスプラッシュ号に参加するまでどれぐらい練習をしましたか？
僕らは短いと思いますね。1ヶ月やってないな。2週間かもしれないですね。すいません。ただ、このスプラ2からやってたメンバーなので、はい。そういったところで、その意見も、言えるような仲やし、そういう仲の長さっていう面では、かなり長いんじゃないかなと思います。
They have just practiced for 2 weeks for this event. However, they have been playing together with since Splatoon 2, so they already know each other.
I will absolutely love to hear that. That's something you love to see is players that being able to play for so long, being able to stick it out and just enjoy so much time together, and of course really focusing in on when it comes close to the event. Matt, what's the next question you have for them?
So our next question is, what stage is your favorite to play on in a competitive setting?
2つ目のクエスチョンが今回の大会でどこのステージが一番好きですか？
僕は R ペン使ってるんですけど、やっぱ湯の花大渓谷が一番好きですね。
ナチュさん likes Scorch Gorge the best.
Scorch Gorge, okay.
Because
I like
he
it.
used the Alpen.
Pen is a very excellent weapon. I could totally see why you would love a map like that. So much high elevation and great angles to be able to play with that weapon. So that's going to lead us into the third question we do have. How do you keep energy between yourself and your team during the long stretches that are these events?
3つ目の質問が、こういう1日とか2日間、長い試合の中で、どうやってエネルギーというか体力を維持してますか？
睡眠しかないですね。はい、そのぐらいです。
He said he just keeps sleeping.
That's very important. Very important. I mean, even between some tournaments that I have, always getting in a couple hours of sleep always helps out, to say the least. But that is going to be leading us into our last question, and I think the question that I'm very excited for. What are you most excited for with the new Splatoon Raiders coming out?
スプラトゥーン次レイダースが出ると思うんですけど、なんか楽しみな部分とかありますか？
あんまり、そうですね、新しいなんか、斧みたいな出るんですけど、あれがなんかスプラ3にも出たら嬉しいですよね。
He's excited about the new weapon and he hopes this new weapon will also release to the Splatoon 3 as well.
Absolutely love to hear that. I'm excited as well. I never thought about that potential for the weapon to come on over to Splatoon 3, the hopeful future patch. So I do want to give a huge thank you to Nova Nyans for coming on in for this interview, as those are the last of our questions we do have for them. So congratulations to them on their set win, and much good luck in their future matches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With that being said, what a great team. It's so much fun energy. Don't you agree, Matt?
It's been such a long time since I've been on the mic for a local event, and even though we're here at home, it's so great seeing all of these players here together, just having a great time. And yeah, I mean, great interview. Thank you, Nova Nyans, for coming on, and again, congratulations on that 2-0 win against Colorful Palette. And I believe that will be it for us, Cactus.
Yeah, for now I believe so. I'm not sure if we have another match lined up yet or not. Just waiting on some last second confirmation before we head on forward. And looks like we do have confirmation that will definitely be our last moments here. Commentating here, the SplashGo event number 13, day number 1. So Matt, what a pleasure to be here commentating with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me anywhere at Matthew Mega, at Matthew Mega LOL on Twitter, and at Matthew Mega on Blue Sky. You can find me anywhere. I've been commentating a lot more recently. I've been playing a lot more, so you can find me very active in the community. And Cactus, where can they find you?
You can find me on pretty much all social medias, whether that be Twitter or X, YouTube, Twitch, or Blue Sky at Glitch Cactus. Or if you happen to see me in some of your competitive matches on Splatoon 3, in whether it be X Rank Anarchy, it will be Cactus there. So thank you all so much for tuning on in to this. We do have quite a while before our next pool. But if you do want to catch some more matches, please stay tuned for more SplashGo number 13.